Poppin' Tamers, it's your homie S. Dot coming back to you with another video. Today's video is going to be the first of the WarGreymon X Gauntlet, and that's me playing it on the right as I hatch a Creepymon, Digivolve into an Agumon X Antibody, and play an Agumon X Antibody and grab a Greymon. My opponent's playing an interesting Creepymon, actual mill, like deck out Creepymon mill deck, and is playing some of the new cards as we'll see, you know, coming up. But he's going to play two Miss Memory Boost rather, and I'm going to mill a bunch of cards, and we see a Chaos Degradation. Chaos Degradation definitely threw me off because I'm like, wait, what kind of, I wonder what cards enables his. There's a Creepymon right there. Gotta play a Cool Boy. But yeah, I was wondering what cards enable his yellow, you know, for the Chaos Degrade. So we'll find out later on. It's gonna Digivolve into a Gazimon X Antibody. Gazimon X Antibody, you can Digivolve over a Gazimon for free, and when you do, you trash the top 3 cards of your deck, which apparently his deck wants to do. He's going to potentially, okay, yep, he popped a memory boost to gain 2 memory. He's going to play the mat to choke me at 1, which is pretty good. He's going to add back Chaos Degradation. So Chaos Degradation is one card that still just about no card can protect from in this game except for Congo, but no Digimon still stands true. No Digimon will be able to protect from that card in this game. So I can't do what but this deck would normally like to do and raise and have the protection. Well, I have no protection anyway because I only have 1 level for each, so the Greymon wouldn't let me protect anything anyway. But I can't raise anyway because I saw he got the Chaos Degradation, and although he didn't have a yellow source until now, he has the TK Kari, so that's how he's triggering it, which makes a lot of sense. And he has 4 security too, which is actually kind of crazy because he'll be starting at 5 every turn for a while, and I'm still pretty slow to get things started. Looks like here I'm gonna grab the looks like I grabbed Metal Greymon Alterius mode, and I apologize because I should not have been able to grab that. I think I've been used to Red Memory Boost, which is actually unfortunate. I can't believe I actually did that. I think, yeah, again, I think I get those mixed up with Red Memory Boost pretty easily and all the other searching I do. And Cool Boy, you got to keep in mind, Cool Boy allows you to get any Digimon with X Antibody in his traits, or any card with X Antibody in his traits, and also the X Antibody option as well. So he's going to actually Digivolve into Digimon. So I was very surprised to see this. Digimon's going to make us both mill 5 here. And that's kind of crazy there because now I'm seeing what his deck's trying to do. He's forcing me along to be able to go into a Creepymon later on. And yeah. And on deletion, I don't think he's playing any Gallantmons, but on deletion, the Digimon will allow you to bring back a Gallantmon from your hand of trash. I'm going to Digivolve into a WarGreymon here. WarGreymon is going to trigger its effect to get security attack +1 for the turn, and then it has the a delicate plan effect, so no options will trigger on options that WarGreymon checks. Now, if I do have the X Antibody option, or if I even have the WarGreymon here, I can Digivolve into WarGreymon for 1 over the yeah, and I'll still be able to get his effect at the end of attack to delete a Digimon. I'm not sure how big I am though right now. I think I'm only like 13. Well, 13 is perfect because he's at 13 as well, so I should be able to attack. If I live, I should be able to kill the Digimon at the end of the battle. I Digivolved over the WarGreymon for 1 into the okay, so I'm going to play Delicate Plan and go to 0. And the Cool Boys also, since I Digivolved into a Digimon that has the same level, I was allowed to suspend those Cool Boys and gain 2 memory. Gonna hit into a Gazimon, gain a memory. Gonna hit into another Miss Memory Boost, gain another memory. It's gonna put me at 3. Then at the end of the attack, since WarGreymon or X Antibody, the option card is in its sources, I should be able to delete one of his Digimon. Delicate Plan negated the... What is he drawing and trashing for? Oh, okay, drawing and trashing for the Demi-Mare because I'm killing it. Okay, I was wondering, I was going to say, did I not kill it? It should have definitely killed it. So I have 1 memory left. He's going to go to 5 no matter what, but I have the pressure on right now. But well, actually, I'd say that back. Pressure doesn't matter here because he could easily just degrade me on the next turn, and I have nothing in raising, so it'll be a really good spot for him to play Chaos Degradation. It's kind of trash. Which I'm assuming to be for Creepymon later on if he could build up in the back to a Creepymon. I forgot exactly how he builds and gets into a Creepymon, but we will see it in action this game at some point. Again, y'all, okay, so there's the Chaos Degradation to put me at just 3, which is not bad at all. I do have 3 Cool Boys, though, so if I can get some X Antibody, you know, same level Digivolving going, I'm going to have a lot of value from those Cool Boys. Again, I do apologize for getting that Alterius mode that I was not supposed to get. I have a feeling about the Digivolver right here. Okay, no, Greymon, cool. And then, so I have some protection as well. And then, yep, there's Metal Greymon Alterius mode. Now, it is very possible that at this point in the match, I could have drawn into one. But point is, I shouldn't have had that one. So, like, unless I have a second one in my hand, which means, you know, I drew into another one, then this is kind of, like, unfair here because next turn I'll have the Metal Grey X Antibody. At the very least, you guys get to see how the deck functions. And, you know, if you're thinking about playing this deck, you can kind of see how this deck gets in action based off of how the plays work. But otherwise, I cheated by accident. I was not supposed to grab that Alterius mode. mode. But and there it is. So I do have the Metal Gray Alterius mode. We're gonna Digivolve for free over a Metal Greymon. Alterius mode is always a Metal Greymon, and then I can suspend the 3 Cool Boys to gain 3 memory and draw 3 cards because those Digimon are the same level. And then the plus 3K from the Metal Gray X Antibody is until the end of your opponent's turn. So if I do have the WarGreymon X Antibody, which I do there, it'll be at 15K, so it'll actually be a little hard to get over for your opponent, which is some nice protection on top of the protection that you have from your inheritables. I'm going to attack. I'm going to hit into a Flame Hell Scythe. That's actually going to put me down to like 15, 16... excuse me, about 10K. So what would suck here, okay, so I'm gonna get Magna Angemon. Magna Angemon's gonna recover, and I'm gonna hit into a, don't know what that is, but I'm gonna gain some, oh, Wizardmon, okay, that's the new promo Wizardmon. And then we got another check there, and oh, okay, and then it's gonna go into Omni for game. So unfortunately, like I said, I wasn't supposed to have the Alterius mode, but like I said, there's a high possibility that I could have just drawn into another one because I do play 3. But pay attention to your cards. Make sure you read your cards. Reading is good. On to game 2. All right, y'all. Moving on to game 2. He's going to have me go first. Makes sense. I'm going to hatch into a Coromon. Coromon, oh, okay. Just going to play a Cool Boy. Cool Boy's going to grab the Agumon X Antibody. It'll be really strong if I top into a regular Agumon on the next turn, so I Digivolve in the back, maybe play something else, then raise the Agumon next turn, and then Digivolve in the Agumon X Antibody. You get a lot of value. Oh, and there's exactly what happened. So, okay, that's dope. So I'm gonna play the Agumon in the back. Yes, it's one of my searchers, but the next turn will be very strong because I'll be able to Digivolve into Agumon X Antibody for free, and then tap Cool Boy to gain memory, be at 4, and also get the search off the Agumon, which is really good. My opponent's gonna play a Miku. The Miku is gonna be really good for any 2-color Digimon that he plays. He can suspend it to gain 1 memory. So looks like the Make Crackmon is the card that he'll have that'll allow him to do that, gain extra memory. So see what we get here. We can legally grab the Alterius mode here this time because this Agumon X Antibody is slightly different from the BT9 one. It allows you to grab a Greymon or Omnimon, and then the X Antibody option as well. So I'm going to Digivolve into Alterius mode. Alterius mode is going to pop the Gazimon here because I have a Tamer on the field, and when you Digivolve into Alterius mode, you delete a Digimon with 5K LFDP. So that range, that extra 1K range is so strong because, you know, a lot of times, you know, that 4K has usually been the threshold for Greymon decks, like with the old school Metal Gray Alterius mode, and you know, a lot of other red cards, usually about 4K or so. Pesky Gazimon once again in the back, but I mean, it's usually not that good against this deck. It is good in a spot where if I have the WarGrey X and I try to attack and gain a memory, of course I can't gain a memory, and I can't delete the Gazimon to the end of battle, which would be interesting. So it looks like he's gonna grab a Gazimon here from the regular Gazimon from the Miku-mon and play a Mimi. Mimi's going to put him at 0, then he's gonna play a Matt, put me at 4, and it's pretty strong right now, but he doesn't really have much going on. He has like a bunch of Tamers going on. You can kind of look at this deck and think it's like purple hybrid because of how many Tamers he has. Still ain't being cautious though, because I am playing a red deck, and red inherently has good matchups versus purple, how aggressive it is. Let's see what happens. Digivolve to another Agumon in the back. Digivolve to a Greymon, go to 1. I think we start swinging here unless I have X Antibody. I'm gonna swing with the Alterius mode. I only have like 8K, but I have like 3 checks because of the tie. I actually have more than I have 4 red sources because of the way the Greymon X Antibody just Digivolves for free and gives you an extra red source. So I'm gonna swing and get 2 checks, and we actually get 3 checks. Oh yeah, because of the Greymon and tie. So we get 3 clean checks there, which is pretty solid. And he hits a mat and grabs back a card, but his security hasn't been that well off as well. So like we're looking like, you know, right now in a good spot. Good Digivolve to a Greymon in the back. So now I'm in a situation where build tall decks would like to be ideally in the mid or late game is to have a stack on the field and have a stack in raising. So if they deal with your first stack, you have another one to immediately shotgun up and, you know, try to answer your opponent's board if the opportunity presents itself. He's gonna raise the Gazimon. Looks like a Digivolve into the Gazimon X Antibody for free. Gonna trash. Looks like okay, so he trashed the Wizardmon and gained a memory, which is pretty cool. So he's gonna go to 4. And then trash so we can see another Megidramon there. So I wonder how many Megidramons he plays. Keep in mind that card is solely there to make us both mill 5 to help push us along for his Creepymon plays. Wonder if he has anything like Jack Raids or something like that to gain extra. Maybe not, because I guess he has the Wizardmons because he knows he's trashing a lot and use the Wizardmons for that extra memory gain randomly. Mimi is nice too. Make all your option cards cost 1 less. Okay, so he's going to digivolve into the new Creepymon. So Creepymon is a security Digimon that at the end of the battle, it does do the battle. You play play it, excuse me, from your security, and then it also has an inheritable that when one of your 2-colored Digimon is deleted, you gain 2 memory, which is a crazy dynamic, a new and crazy dynamic for yellow purple decks or whatever decks, even decks like his that are more purple based to have is really cool. He's gonna get back Maycrackmon, and Maycrackmon can do up to 9k along with a Flame Hell Scythe, and that's exactly what he does. Now that he had the purple and yellow source, he's able to activate the Flame Hell Scythe because he has the yellow there. He had a bunch of purple, but then he had the yellow to do 6k to my Digimon, then get Maycrackmon. Maycrackmon needed to digivolve or discard a yellow Digimon to do the minus 3k to delete my Greymon, which is pretty good. Gonna digivolve it for free into a digivolve for free into a Metal Gray Alterius mode. I pop his Mikumon. He had a Dimimera. Dimimera trashed. He drew and trashed a Skull Greymon. And Skull Greymon, when it's trashed, you can put it as a source under one of your Digimon, and that gives you that Digimon retaliation. I'm going to digivolve into a WarGrey X. WarGrey X here will not be able to delete a Digimon because I don't have X antibody or, it does not matter. Jeez. I run into a Death Xmon. Yo, Death Xmon security just turned this whole game around. I am able to activate the red memory boost though because I do have a red source in the tie, and we have to start from scratch, and now he is able to capitalize potentially on that because of my WarGrey wasn't at 15 or 16 like it normally, well, even 15 I still would have died, but it's kind of crazy actually, so that makes this game more interesting, and he can potentially mount a comeback now, so let's see what happens. That was a pretty sick hit. 13k is pretty big, but it's not bigger than 15 clearly, so pretty solid hit. And there's the Creepymon. So what I was talking about earlier, I think he has at least like 20 something in trash, so he's gonna make me mill 6 here, which is gonna be kind of crazy. I'm gonna mill 6, hit a bunch of X antibodies, so not drawing those. He's gonna be at 17k as well, so for each 10 cards you have in trash, you gain 3,000 each time, so 6k plus is 11k. He's at 17, so he's literally not dying to anything in trash, or in my security rather. Pretty good. So now I'm definitely on the verge of potentially dying here in a couple turns. I don't know if he'll be able to mill more on the next turn and get to 30, because if he can get to 30, I think I had 10 or less cards in trash. And like, I'm also drawing cards too, which is not helping me. So and I won't be able to answer his Creepymon this turn, so I have to be careful with how many cards he has. I think he had like 23 or 24, so I was like, can he mill 6 more cards in to his trash? I don't think he can. I definitely wanted to be wary though how many cards I had left in my deck. I think by the end of this turn I had 7, which was perfect because like I would have 1 more and then be able to draw for turn, so had to be extra careful. Gonna pop the red memory boost. Gonna go to back to 4. Looks like. No, I think he played which color for 4, so I went to 4. Looks like. Yeah, okay, because I went to 2 and then pop the memory boost, go back to 4. So okay, so back at 4. Wonder how many cards I have left, because I'm kind of going in. I'm going to play an Agumon that doesn't search, and then I'm going to tap, or play the Agumon X antibody over it, tap Cool Boy to suspend. We get 2 cards here too. Can't get the Alterius mode. Please don't get the Alterius mode again, Steph. Oh no, actually not, take it back. No, see, I'm confusing myself again. That's not Cool Boy, so I actually legally can get Alterius mode here because it has a Greymon in its name. We're definitely getting X antibody. Yeah, I pulled that down because it's like, okay, well that's easy. We know we're getting that, and then that's the BT1 WarGreymon. Upside down, it looks kind of weird, but that's the one that has the ADP effect, and then I have the Alterius mode. Not sure exactly what I want to get here. I'm wondering what I'm thinking. Like, am I missing one of the other pieces? Not sure. But it looks like I am going to grab the Alterius mode, put the BT1 WarGrey at the bottom, and yep, there I am counting my deck right there. I think I had 9 cards left or something like that. So at that point, I think, like I said, by the end of it, I think I had 7, which is the number I needed. And I'm like, if he can trash more, then there's nothing I can do. And it is what it is. He has less security too, so he's also still going to go to 5 as well. So he has a bunch of memory to work with. He has 2 Mikumons. He has a Mimi, so he has memory to work with to kind of, potentially mill me out. So we'll see. Gonna raise the Gazimon X antibody. Pretty cool that Gazimon has an X antibody. Calling from Darkness. Gonna suspend Mimi, make it free. Going to, okay, so he's gonna draw and trash for that one. So this is kind of weird. He's like playing Calling to like go to 24 cards to pop the Gazimon and the Gazimon X antibody and the Dimimera to get 2 cards back. So you take 2 cards out of the 3 that you had, 1, 2, 3, 4 that you had. Then you draw and trash and put another card in your trash. I think overall you broke even, or you made it. I think he might have added 1 card to his trash after that exchange. Quick maths in my head, I can't think exactly how many he put in his trash after that, but I'm sitting here thinking maybe he got what I feel like he would do is play the Digimon again and then play Digimon X Anybody in mill 3 again. But then again, I think he'd only still be at like 28 or 29. I think he just misses 30. 30 is the magic number that he needs to get to make me mill 9. And I think, like I said, I have 9 or less for sure in my deck, and I will lose next turn. So, but he does not. Thank goodness for me. He's gonna make me mill a bunch of cards though, and I literally have 1 card, like I said, left in my deck. Yep, I had 7, and I knew he could do 6, and I knew I needed 1 card to draw for turn. And I pretty much have to win this next turn because when I go, I have to draw, and then that's it. I have no way to put cards back. I'm not teching a Avenge Kidmon or anything, which would be kind of wild, but not teching that here. And one thing I also forced him to do is to do what he just did, play the Flame Hell Scythe. That's one thing if you're trying to get better at the game, is try to put your opponent in a position where they have to beat you next turn and you present game. It's like, this is lethal next turn, most likely, if you don't deal with my board or whatever I have going in some way, shape, or form. And he did just that. He knew that the game would be over if I, were to keep that Agumon on the board, unless he had a Scythe. I'll take that back. A Scythe or Degrading Security be his only other saving grace. But a lot of times for your mental, especially, you can't just bank on hopefully just having that insecurity. Unless you put it there by recovery or some weird way or whatever, or you saw it earlier from TK. But anyway, he's gonna Digimon to another Creepymon. Thank goodness he can't attack with that Creepymon. He did suspend one Miku to gain 1 memory to go back to 0, and then Digivolve for 3 because I'm gonna get 3 anyway from the tie to put me at 3. And then Digivolve into Alterous mode, or for free rather. Yeah, okay. The Metal Gray X Anybody rather for free. Gonna suspend Cool Boy to gain a memory and go to 4. And then I'm gonna go to WarGrey and go back to 0. I don't know how I'm at 0. No, I'm at 1, I think. Yeah, I'm at 1. So I'm gonna swing WarGrey, and then hopefully I have the Omni for game, and I do. Okay, so it just kept it simple right there, and ended up getting there. What a crazy game, interesting deck, and I'm happy to see the new cards in a different light than, other than Mastermind. So that's going to do it for this gauntlet. I'll have another gauntlet coming out this week. I'm going to try to actually get 2 done, so that way I can still release them despite the fact that I'll be at Gen Con. I like to get a Gen Con vlog going. I like to get some footage there as well, while I'm gameplay footage as well, and just some content throughout the weekend. So we have 4 days straight of tournaments coming up, so be looking forward to a bunch going on, a bunch of tournament results. We have 6 days worth, or 6 different tournaments worth of results coming up, and 2 online events, and then the 4 in-person events. So I feel like Gen Con is going to set the tone for the rest of this format that we have, coming up for the regionals and the following weeks after that. So with that, that's going to be it for this video. I hope y'all enjoyed. If you did, consider subscribing to the channel and like the video, because I have more coming to you. Y'all have a great day and or night whenever you're catching this video. This is your homie S. Dot, heading out. Peace.